I am Miss Gina M. Morgades. See you in my class.
Have you remembered some friends from school who were mocked and exposed to name calling just because they were somewhat different? Bullying is prevalent all over the world. Cases of bullying become one of the headlines in the news and even viral in the world of social media. Philippines is one of those countries who experiences bullying in any form.
In this video, we will learn more about the cases of bullying in the Philippine schools.
So what is Republic Act 10627? On September 18, 2013, former Philippine President Benigno Aquino III signed into law the Anti-Bullying Act of 2013, also known as the Republic Act 10627. But according to Manila Bulletin in 2019, DepEd Secretary Leonor Briones noted that the DepEd continues to receive reports of bullying cases in schools despite the passing of the Republic Act 10627 or the Anti-Bullying Act, which aims to protect children enrolled in kindergarten, elementary and secondary schools and learning centers from being bullied. So it requires the school to educate both parents and students in the patterns of bullying. So educating both the parents and students means that when you educate the student, it means informing them their rights at school. There are multiple ways to do this. So the internet and the library can be used by the students to research about bullying, what it looks like, how to prevent it, and how to respond. And parents should attend also to seminars to be able to familiarize policies that talks about bullying. Also, open communication should be instilled to them towards their children. Okay, so meaning to say that parents should know on how to communicate to their children, how to ask their children how was their day at school, what happened for the whole day at school. So it's one way of educating the parents. So meaning the school should educate not only the students but also the parents to be aware of what is bullying and how to respond bullying and how to know if their children or the nature of bullying in short. So again, Leonor Briones, the DepEd Secretary, noted that DepEd continues to receive report of bullying cases in schools despite the Republic Act 10627. So bully doesn't develop overnight. So let's learn about this. So children learn through observation and imitation of others' behavior, and that's according to the social cognition theory of who? Of Albert Bandura. Bullying has always been a problem for many people in society since time immemorial. Who are these bullies? Where did they get the attitude of being bullied? Bullies doesn't develop their attitude overnight. Some perpetrator or some bullies doesn't even know that they are one of those bullies. No one will just automatically turn to be a bully. Perhaps it must have some root causes or risk factors in a person's life. Okay, so as the theory of social cognition of Albert Bandura states that children learn through observation and imitations of others' behavior. Albert added that appreciated violence and unpunished aggressive behavior are more prone to be copied. Okay. So before anything else, what is bullying? We talked about the history, the theories that supports about bullying, the sort of prevention of bullying, or the purpose of Republic Act 10627 or the Anti-Bullying Act. But what is bullying really? But how do we identify if a student is a bully or not? Or what are the indicators of a bully? How do we identify is it a bully or not? I can remember the Cadenang Ginto teleserye in which Marga Mondragon, I bet you know this, you know her, Marga Mondragon was a bully, but also played as a victim. How do we solve this kind of real-life drama? Bullying occurs when the student must be repeatedly exposed to negative behavior of his or her peers. That's according to Alwios in 1993. So moreover, the perpetrator must have a deliberate intention to harm the victim and latter should have limited power to fight back, supported by Nansel et al. And Alwios of 1993. So when there is an existence of power imbalance, there bullying happens. So when the perpetrator or the bully has more power than those bullies, those who are being bullied, then there is bullying that happened. So as my personal observation, students who are victims of bullying are those vulnerable ones. They are vulnerable physically, mentally, and economically. For these reasons, they don't have the guts to fight back when they are treated badly by their peers or classmates. Without the power imbalance between the aggressor and the victim, as well as a regularity of the aggressive act, a negative action done by one child to another cannot be considered as bullying. Again, without the power imbalance between the aggressor or the perpetrator or the bully, as we say, and the victim, as well as the regularity of aggressive act, if it's not regular, if it's just for one time, a negative action done by one child to another cannot be considered as bullying. Rather, it will fall under violence or aggression. That's according to Albius 1993. Again, bullying occurs when the student must be repeatedly exposed to negative behavior of his or her peers. But according to Always also in 1993, without the power imbalance between the aggressor and the victim, as well as the regularity of the aggressive act, negative action done by one child to another cannot be considered a bullying. Rather, it will fall under violence or aggression. Okay, next. So what are the types of bullying? So we cannot deny the fact that there are in our classroom, in schools, in our workplace, bullying happens. So what are the types of bullying? So in school, I know for sure that there is an existence of bullying. Even at home or anywhere, bullying is anywhere. But how do we identify what types of bullying is that? So there are 4 types of bullying in here. So first is we have the physical bullying. When we say physical bullying, it includes all forms of physical harm done on the victim, such as kicking, shoving, punching, and the like. So physical bullying is more on physical harm done by the bully to the victim or done by the perpetrator to his or her victim, such as kicking, punching, so and the like. So another bullying is the verbal bullying. So verbal bullying is usually in the form of derogatory remarks or insults hurled at the target. That's according to Berger 27 and Wang in Ayanotti and Nansel in 2009. So when you say something to that person or any derogatory remarks or insults such as you smells bad, you look like a duck, you look like a monkey, then that's considered as verbal bullying. Again, when it is repeatedly done by his or her classmates or peers. Okay, next is we have relational bullying. So another type of bullying is relational bullying. It involves social seclusion, meaning to say you are all alone. Nobody would like to befriend you. So it means that they bullied you by doing that. Okay? So the last one is we have the cyberbullying. On the other hand, occurs electronically. So anything, any harm, any derogatory words that occurs in social media or Facebook or any types or any platform or any form of social media accounts that you have, it is called cyberbullying. And that's according to Michelle Ibarra and Finkelhor in 2007. But among all these types of bullying, the study of Sanapo Margaret in 2017, when kids hurt other kids, bullying in Philippine schools concluded that among all the categories or among all the types of bullying, regardless of gender, verbal bullying came out as the most common type of bullying children experience as a victim and a bully. Not just only here in the Philippines, but in the other hand, in Asia Pacific, the most common type of school bullying was verbal. Example, being made fun of or being called names nga, pato ka, buhok kag lubot, ingana. So that's it. So that's according to Chen of 2015 and Lai and Chang of 2018. And of course, a similar study in South America also found verbal bullying is the most pervasive school bullying experience of youngsters. And that's according to Salva Pereira et al. In 2013. Okay. But does gender matters in bullying perpetration and victimization? Does gender matters? Okay. So personally, I tend to stereotype girls to be a bully over boys. Why? Because of personal experiences brought me to conclude. For this reason, I thought girls are the most bullied because usually girls got the insecurities and they are more expressive over boys. And sometimes when they express themselves, they can be a bully to anyone that they think has less power over them. But everything will boil down to this question. Does gender in bullying really matters? So study of Sanapo in 2017, regardless of gender, still verbal bullying is the most prevalent among all of the bullies. Okay, so, and also, another study conducted found out that boys and girls are similar. I mean, when I say similar, there's no significant difference, is that boys and girls are both bullies and both are victims. Okay. So next. So, the cases of bullying in the Philippine schools, according to PISA, or what is the rate, or how are we in the cases of bullying in the Philippine schools? So Filipino students are the most exposed to bullying according to PISA of 2018. So PISA is a program for international student assessment. Okay, and 65% of Filipino high school students experience bullying at least a few times a month. So that's according to PISA again, or the Program for International Student Assessment and Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, or the OECD. So, we have some theories that supports bullying. So why there is a bully? When was bullying started, or what are the root causes, or why is it there is an existence of bully? Okay, this theory serves as the backbone of why there is an existing of bullying and bullies. So first is we have the dominance theory. Dominance theory states that people engage in bullying other to get social status, available resources, and to be popular in the society. Okay, social cognition of Albert Bandura also states that children learn through observation and imitations of others' behavior. So when, for example, in the social cognition theory of Albert Bandura, what the child see or what the child have seen, they will imitate it. And again, as Albert Bandura added, those unpunished behavior are prone to be imitated. So how about the dominance theory? The dominance theory is that people or those bullies or those perpetrators engage in bullying because they wanted to have that social status, or they wanted to be the famous, or they wanted to maki-SP ba? They wanted to be seen, they wanted to be heard. They are those people who are kulang sa pansin and to be popular in the society. So for example, and sometimes these bullies were those children who are alone in their home. I mean, they're not alone physically, but alone with emotions because their parents do not have time for them. Just like Marga Mondragon, she has a lot of insecurities to Cassie, right? So Marga tend to be a bully in their school because the time and attention of her parents, she cannot get it. So that's why she was being a bully because of that situation. So that's it. Another theory is the theory of humiliation. So it can be defined as act of embarrassing or underestimating others. It usually occurs when a powerful person publicly discloses the meagerness of a feeble one. So that's according to Sobidi KKP, the Theoretical Perspective of Bullying International Journal in 2020. So theory of humiliation can be defined as act of embarrassing and underestimating other people. So again, I'll give an example, Marga Mondragon. So Marga Mondragon was always she always underestimated Cassie and other classmates who are poorer to her. Why is that so? Because Marga Mondragon, again, the root causes of her being a bully is that because of her family, because of the attention she lacks the attention of her family. Okay. Again, for the dominance theory, for example, again for Marga did not, as we can remember, Marga did not get the attention that she wanted from her parents. So that's why, in order to gain the attention, so she made fun of other people. For example, the poor classmates of her, and then so that the attention that she wanted to get to her parents, the attention now, she directly wanted to get the attention also to his or her student, or to his or her classmates, and then, or even the whole school instead. So she doesn't get the attention that she wanted to her parents. Then she wanted to become a bully, and she bullied other people, her classmates, and then she wanted to become popular. So that's it. So that's her purpose. So that's it. So what are, after knowing all the theories, the Republic Act, or the cases of bullying in the Philippines, how are the cases, or what are the cases of bullying in the Philippines? Accordingly, we are one of those, the Filipino children or the Filipino students are one of those being bullied or experiences bullying, being a victim or being a perpetrator. So, what are the preventive strategies that we can employ so that bullying could be minimized or stopped? So, okay, we have here the meaningful rules intervention. So it addresses the social benefits of bullying directly by providing other avenues to all students in the school to receive social recognition and gives opportunities for status enhancement. So okay, teachers should turn the weakness of the student into strength instead of mocking them or making them feel that they are bad. Giving the dose of their own medicine can be of great help and they can be productive just like the other student. But the truth of the matter is that we tend to focus our intervention to bullies. How about the victim who can be a bully to others also? Okay, so in this meaningful roles intervention, we will not just be focusing onto the bully, but to those victim also. So what are we gonna do here? Teachers can turn creative writing to help students express how they feel when they get bullied. Poems, sketches, and stories can be, and all written artistic works can be used in order to help students express how they feel. So, as a matter of fact, when teachers do this type of intervention or preventive strategies, that the teachers give the student the space to explore their feelings in the matter and discussion around the topic. So we have here another is that zero tolerance strategy, as its name implies, usually means that the bully is identified and removed from the school for a period of time, which I think, in my personal opinion, removing the student from school or or yeah, that's it. Dropping or removing the students in school cannot erase the fact that that student is a bully, and when he or she is outside the school, how can we be sure that that student will not bully other people or other students or other children outside the school? So I think it's not good, the zero tolerance strategy. I would my favor would goes to the meaningful roles interventions. Why not just address the student? Maybe that student, just like Marga, just need an attention. Why That's why he or that student is a bully. Okay, so by providing other avenues, so we can give the dose of their own medicine. Okay, and we will give them activity, or maybe in a certain activity we will choose them as a leader. So I think that could be a better idea for in preventive strategies. So in my discourse paper you can read more about this one. Okay, so also, parents should really have an open communication to the student or to their children, asking them why, how, what are their feelings, or how was their school, how was their day, how are they. Okay, so I think we're good to go. So in this video, I'll be showing you the effects of bullying. Let's watch.
Gabriel, I want you to say mean things to this paper.
Okay, you're ugly. Your breath stinks. You smell like poop. Family doesn't love you. And you're fat. You need to lose weight. You don't brush your teeth. You don't wash your hands.
Now, I want you to say sorry to this paper.
Sorry.
Is this paper fixed?
No.
This is why we don't bully.
Okay, that is why we don't bully. So before I end, let us all ponder on that video.
Thank you so much for listening. God bless.